All right, here's some advice for people that are business owners, whether that's an online business or some brick and mortar business. This could also be advice to people that are making anywhere from honestly 50,000 to $1 million a year. This is a mistake that a lot of people make from what I've seen, and it's hindering their ability to scale. Now, if you're stuck at one of those revenue brackets and you've been trying to break through, but for whatever reason you can't, you're throwing money behind it, you're doing all the successful actions that you did before, and you're trying to scale, but you just can't figure out what it is that's stopping you from getting to that next level, or you can't necessarily find people that can do it better than you. One of the issues could be that you are the biggest bottleneck in your company. Like I said, you find people that can't necessarily do the same actions or have the same ability as you do. So a lot of the times what I've seen a lot of business owners do, including myself, I've done this for years, is I hire somebody and I see that they're not as competent as me, and I essentially take over the area again. So I'm paying somebody, or I have somebody in the area, but I'm not necessarily letting them do their job or creating systems or SOPs, standard operating procedures, for them to actually do their job. I'm not creating proper trainings for them to do the job. So what ends up happening is I hire people and I let go of them, and I keep working in the same positions that I was working in before. But again, you can only put in so many hours as one person. Sure, your ability might be very high in comparison to other people, but by doing so and just doing all the work yourself, you become the bottleneck within your company. So you, as the owner of the company, need to sometimes check your own ego and realize, yeah, obviously not everybody's going to be as competent as me. You worked for this, man. Think about all the hours that you put in, the sacrifices that you made, the sleepless nights, the worrisome nights, the nights where you were skill building, the days you were skill building, the extra hours, burning the midnight oil, all that stuff. Majority of the time, the people that you're hiring haven't necessarily done that. But point being, even if you don't find those A players right off the get-go, you need to be able to fill the position so that way you can free up your time to do other things. And it's a reason why business owners can't scale, because it's almost like feeding your own ego. When you hire somebody, they're not able to do it. Sure, you get pissed off that they're not able to do it, but when you step in and you're able to do all of it and you fix it, you're pissed off in the moment, but it's feeding your ego. But you're not playing that game anymore, dude. Obviously, you're able to do all those things. You put in the hours to do those things. So congratulations. But again, you're not playing that game anymore. The game you're playing is to create systems, create the SOPs, create good trainings, so that way you can hire people on that post to be able to do the job. And that way you can go ahead and expand in other departments.